So there's this guy apparently, and it just came out. I don't know. I just heard about this a few days ago. Well, the story is this guy got caught peeing on his ex-wife's grave, um, and she died in 2017. And I think they got divorced some like the 70s or something. So they were real young when they got divorced. But he was peeing on her grave like every day. Um, and I guess his wife was there too. He dragged his wife, his current wife, along with it. And um, listen, as funny as that is, because I was laughing my ass off when I heard that. Seriously, people do some fucking ignorant, dumb shit. That shit is highly immature. Now, when I talk about me, I'm more immature now. Going to immature, it's just less responsibilities and more about the interests I'm into now. But to be able to go and do that thing, it's kind of like TPing somebody's house when you're 60 or 70 years old. You know, it's just weird. It's funny, but I wouldn't be caught doing that shit. I'm a person that I suffered PTSD, a form of it. It's not what they went through, like the full fledged of what they went through when people go to war, but I, what this woman I was with when we broke up, I was thinking about her like nonstop, every single day for like a couple years, and I couldn't turn it off. My sleep was I was deprived from sleep, and all I can think about was, I was pissed at her. I was hurt. And this happened again with another woman too. It didn't last as long, but I really emotionally invested into both of these women, and it hurt really bad. It took a long time for me to get over these females, and randomly, they'll pop up in my mind here and there. I don't think about them that much these days. And when I told my kid her about this story too, but when I was talking to him about this, I said like those women who it almost feels like it would have probably been better if like instead of like, and I'm just saying like if they passed away instead of like them being out there currently with other people, at that time, um being fun, being happy, having fun, living their lives without me. Um, at that time, when right off, like them not talking to me no more, or us just not reciprocating any in a zero relationship. Um, just the thought of them with somebody else, it was devastating to me, devastating, and it almost seemed like if they just, I would have some closure, right? Like, because at the time I was like, oh, what if they try to talk to me again, or like, what would I do? Like you have that anxiety. What if I open up my DMs and they're there, they're asking me how I'm doing. They haven't. I don't think they ever will, which is cool. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I did at that time. I'm like, when it was fresh, I was like, man, I hope that they talk to me again. I hope that it happens. Now it's just like if they do, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's just gonna be like, hey, what's going on, and then they'll be gone again. Um, if I even do respond, but I probably will because I'm cool. I try to be respectful as much as I can be to people I think that deserve it. Um, but at some point you have to let go, man. Like that dude was holding on to that resentment and that grudge for like 40, like almost 50 years or some shit. My whole thing is I was telling my kid, you have to let go. Like, yeah, at first you're going to have that resentment, and hopefully it doesn't turn into anything like um hopefully dudes don't end up getting violent towards that person or a stalkerish type of deal. Um, I didn't, obviously, or I'd be in prison. But it's easy to do. It's easy to stop people nowadays. I I I stop. I haven't looked at their shit at all. I don't look at their social media when they stop talking to me. I don't look at that shit. In fact, one of them I did block for like 4 months so I could try to get past the cycle of us getting breaking up and getting back together. I didn't, and she did contact me in those 4 months. I just couldn't read it. It wouldn't let me read the text messages. My phone wouldn't. It just showed that she did text me multiple times, a lot. And then she stopped. But um, I had to. I didn't. I couldn't keep the cycle of getting back together. And now I wish them the best. I wish them happiness with whoever they're with. I wish them happiness in their lives. You have to let go, man. And as hard as that is, and it does take time, it's not going to happen overnight, but to hold on to something for 50 fucking years, hold on to that resentment, and you've already moved on, you have somebody now. I think that's just disrespectful to the person you're with, to be holding on to that and go do that childish act when you're that old. It's like, dude, that it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious, but it's sad too. It's sad to be having that person in your mind. You're probably thinking about them every single day for like fucking 50 years. What people have to get used to is things come and go in life, man. Especially in this life where we're going, people will come and go, things come and go, and you have to appreciate them when they're there, and then um, when they go away, you have to like. This is a cold world, man. We're going into a cold fucking world, unless it's gonna be harsh in some type of aspect. If we keep on going forward with the society and don't go through any harsh type of like depression type of deal, which there will be some type of thing because we cannot continue the welfare the way it's going. There's gonna be some brutality coming. Um, and um, but if we continue this, it's either going to become more cold when it comes to emotional, no one giving a fuck about anybody, or scarcity comes in, which I think is going to be more likely, where scarcity comes in here big time. I don't think we're going to go to a nuclear war. I could be wrong. I think we'll be going to a World War III, but I don't think we'll go through a complete annihilation where we have a nuclear winter. But I think we're going to have a scarcity of fucking basic human resources to survive. And that will cause people's egos, because they're hyperinflated, man. People's egos are so inflated right now, and they kind of live in like a Disney fairy tale movie that's going to be coming back down to earth. But I don't know when, but at some point, maybe it's just a slow decline to it. But yeah, you can't just, going forward as a person, you can't get sentimental about things or people, man. And you have to care about the people, like, in your lives. But people come and go. Like, when you're a parent, your kids eventually fucking move out, man, and then it's just you. Like, things fucking change in life, and in life is, I guess what I'm trying to say is people are gonna have to constantly evolve. I'm already there, man. I'm like having to constantly adapt almost daily, whether it's at my job or my life. It's a constant adaptation, and it's fucking brutal, man. It's really fucking hard. And I'm just I want to get to some stability where there's some things are kind of normal for a little while, the feeling of normalcy, but like I don't think people are really aware of what's going to happen for them, man. Um like the turbulent times of ups and downs. I think that relationships are going to be like hard to come by, and I told my kids like don't let people come involved. If you got true friends, don't let women destroy that. And guys in the past have done this. As soon as they get married, they just invest everything into that woman, and then and that's cool if it's you know like the old times, people didn't split up, but people split up all the fucking time now, and you're gonna destroy relationships with buddies, lifelong relationships, for somebody that's just gonna be in your life temporarily. Um, and there's a possibility that she could stay there forever, or he, you know, this goes for women too. Um, but you need to be careful about who you listen to, man. Too, especially females. Their friends like are almost against them. Oh, he ain't shit. He's fucking boring. Like he's a stable, good man. That's a good father, and you're gonna like talk shit on him, like because you there's a lot of females that are miserable and single, and they want their their girls to go out to clubs. They want somebody to go out to clubs with them, so they'll destroy their fucking family. Um, I think that people will probably end up. They should go back to whoever their fucking kid's father was, if he'll take them back. Um, you know, I looked on this fucking dating site, right? And I'm seeing multiple women with like 6 fucking kids on there, dude. Like what are you doing? You got 6 fucking kids? You think that anyone's gonna take you serious? Fuck that shit. I talked to a woman before when I was a lot younger. She had 5 fucking kids, dude. I hung out with her one time, man, and I was like, fuck that. I'm not taking on that. Fuck that shit. Um, but yeah, it's it's such a crazy scenario, and everything's, men and women do not trust each other at all. Guys think that they're going to use them for their resources, women think that they're going to use them for their bodies, and guess what, most of the time they're both fucking right. We're in a time right fucking now where everyone's about their damn selves. That's it. And I'm like adjusting to it, and I'm like, I just want to be responsible for myself, man. That's why I can't wait. I'm pushing my kids to be independent as quick as possible, because I just want to be responsible for myself, dude. I don't want any responsibilities. I don't even want a fucking pet at this point. I do want one to be awesome to have, but I don't want the fucking responsibility. For me, I don't even like fucking paying my bills, dude. And I can pay them, and I usually pay them on time. It's like, dude, I don't even want to fucking think about it. Even if it takes me like 15 fucking minutes, I don't even want to fucking do that shit. I don't want to be cleaning up after anybody. I don't want to be paying for anybody else. I don't want to be working extra hours, have to be paying for somebody else anymore. I just want to live fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not worth it anymore. People only care about themselves. So, to try to have like a relationship with people here in America when they only give a fuck about themselves, it's kind of fucking dumb. It's kind of dumb to think that like it's gonna last. And it's smarter to just try to be like, not just get 100% involved with somebody emotionally, whether you're a man or a fucking woman. And it's sad, dude, but that's the current state of things, unless things fucking change where there's some actual suffering and people have to wake up out of their bubble. It's going to continue to get worse. Dudes inflating women's egos online and then thinking that they're worth more than they really are, and then they're going for the top 5% of men, and then they can't sustain that, and then they're complaining about, oh, why is he standing me up? Well, because he's got 100 other women lined up, man. He's high fucking value. You won't lower your standards at all. You don't live in reality. You're not the top. You're like a fucking a 6.5, and you think that you're a fucking a 9 because some dude that's a 10 slept with you one time, or some blue check marks in your DMs because you put on a false face of makeup, and he thinks that you're hotter than you really are. Um, People just don't live in fucking reality. But until there's some medicine given to people in this society, which I think is coming. Um, I don't know how harsh it's gonna be, but people will have to wake up out of their slumber and come back down to reality, whether you're a man or a woman. And you know, people can hate on these dudes that these dudes are these guys that are like on OnlyFans. It's crazy. It's not just for the nudes. It's because like the interaction. That's what they're paying for, and it's fucking sad, dude. It's fucking sad. But that's a different thing. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's it. So y'all take it easy.